Again? You guys, I don't know what to say. I don't really know. I have no idea what to say about this. No guitar again. I tested it not 15 minutes ago, and it was working. I have no idea what's going on. Couldn't tell you. No clue. I tested it the other day on Sunday, recorded a little video of myself playing, and heard everything. I have no clue why you wouldn't be hearing anything. Recorded a test video. Guitar audio was getting in. Restarted this computer. I have no clue. Because they're running through the same damn interface. But I'm hearing, like, everything. I have no idea why. Because right now I am just like blasting the preamp on this thing, and it's like clipping the guitar, which sucks because it actually sounded pretty good and whatnot. So I don't know. I might have to, I don't know, man. I might have to discontinue using StreamYard because every other format that I've tested this with, natively on YouTube or with OBS, I've had no issues. StreamYard's the only one. StreamYard is the only streaming platform that I've had issues with in terms of getting audio. Haha, try a Strat. Not likely. Not likely. I don't think the guitar is going to make any difference what I decide to do. I wish it did, but it's probably not going to. Anyway, how's everybody doing out there tonight? Hope you all are doing okay. Hope you all are doing good and all that good stuff. It's been a busy day around here. Well, it's been a busy, week actually. As you guys no doubt saw yesterday, one of the NAMM releases for this year has officially been announced, and we have it in the form of the Walrus Audio Mako R1 Reverb. This camera should autofocus on it, but it doesn't seem to want to. There we go. It is awesome. I just spent today editing the audio for the demo, aka for the Season 8 premiere of Stompbox Saturday, which I'm very much looking forward to you guys hearing. It will be in stereo, so I highly recommend that if you are going to tune in for that episode, try listening to it in headphones, or even better, through like a good stereo, or even watch it on your TV, because this thing fills up the stereo field very quickly. But basically, a little quick feature rundown for you guys. It's the same platform as the D1. Come on, autofocus. Come on. You know you want to, camera. There we go. So it's the same format as the Mako D1 with the same kind of knob and switch layout. So nothing too terribly difficult to get to. There's 6 different reverbs, 3 standardized reverbs that we all know and love, 3 more adventurous reverbs that are my personal favorites. But it really is the best of both of Walrus's previous reverb pedals, being Fathom and Slow, all in this package. MIDI in, MIDI through, stereo in, stereo out. There's also a USB port on the side for firmware updates and any sort of stuff that Walrus might be getting up to in the near future. So that will be premiering this Saturday. I highly recommend, again, that you listen to it in headphones, either on your TV or on a nice stereo. So be advised, but it's going to be fun, and I'm happy for you guys to see it. Let's see, 7 people watching right now. Let's see who we got going on right here. Brian Landreth in the house. How you doing, buddy? Marco Vinicio Peña Pitalua. Hola, my friend. How are you doing? Hope you're doing all right in Puerto Escondido, Mexico. Terry's 3G's in the house. He is here, but drowsy. That's good. You're here. That's good. Drowsy. Depends on how tired you are. It might be a great thing. Laz is here as well. All right. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you here. We got JJ's House of Dams. Howdy, neighbor. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Hey, it's the Clifton Worley Show. How you doing, buddy? Been a long time, I believe, since last NAMM. Go figure, but it's good to see you here, buddy. Thanks for checking out the stream. And Matt Cisterna in the house. How you doing, Matty? Good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Laz says, Henning did the review already. Best reverb this year so far, he says. It's highly possible that it is. It's January. So I don't really, just personally, you know, especially since just recently I released my best of video later last month, I do not even begin to consider what I would think of as my best for the year until literally December 1st. It very well is a contender, I will say that much, because every Walrus reverb I've ever played has been great. The Fathom, the Slow, this. So take Fathom, take Slow, combine it into one on the Mako platform, and it's just really hard to beat. So I definitely think that it is a contender, but I have it on good authority that maybe within like a month and a half, we'll be seeing CXM 1978 here in the studio. So I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm saying that there's other contenders to the title out there, and we will be the judge of that later. So, hey, you never know. It's only January, and who knows what 2021 is going to be like. So I say we just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, you know? Not worry about handing out any superlatives right now. So, since the guitar's not really doing anything, you guys can't really hear that for any reason, I thought what might be a cool idea for us to do would be to experience what this virtual NAMM is like. I don't know how many of you actually registered for Believe in Music Week, but as someone who's gone to the NAMM show for over a decade of his life, I feel like the lighting accentuates gray hairs brought on by the NAMM show. I could be wrong. Or wrinkles brought on by the NAMM show. Wow, man. Sean, take better care of your skin, brah. Anyway, tweet, tweet, chirp, chirp. It is the Flying Pickle. How you doing, Flying Pickle? All right. So basically what I wanted to do is, Janice is here. Hello, Janice. How are you? I just wanted to experience what this virtual NAMM thing is going to be like, what Believe in Music Week is going to be like. Obviously, we've seen a lot of pre-NAMM releases, and I'm not even going to call these things NAMM releases because they're not really NAMM releases. They're just new releases. But I wanted to see what exactly this... I wanted to see exactly what this Believe in Music thing was. When they announced it many, many months ago, I was like, oh, great, another virtual event. It's one of these byproducts of the pandemic environment that it feels like they're just trying to take normal events, make them virtual, and make everybody feel like it's normal. And that's just not going to happen because we're not in the same room together. I'm doing this from my studio. And since today, if all had gone right in 2020, I would not be streaming tonight. I would be at the NAMM show. I would be probably sitting in a hotel lobby somewhere, sharing a beer with somebody and just chatting. or something to that effect. But we're here tonight, and I'm not drinking beer. I have a cup of tea, so there we go. Matt's asking, was it virtual? Oh my god, that sucks, didn't it? Haha. Well, it's not that it was virtual, it is virtual, because today we are going to experience the virtual NAMM experience together. Hey, look who's up. It's Mr. Garguts himself. How you doing, you dirty Mark? Hold on one second. Are you awake now? I'm gonna send you something. Gonna send you something real quick. Give me a second. Let that load up. So basically, Matt, the idea that what we're going to be doing tonight is we are going to experience it all together. You guys watching and me, we're gonna essentially walk the NAMM show floor, so to speak. So I have not yep, totally awake. Well, I sent you something, so if you want to have some fun, come on. All right. So basically, I didn't register for Believe in Music Week until this morning. I didn't want any preview. I didn't want any sort of preconceived notion of what this is going to be like. So this is my absolute 100% first impression of what this is going to be like. Now, where I'm at right now is I'm literally just on the homepage that you land on when you log in to Believe in Music. The only thing that I did outside of registering for Believe in Music was I added an avatar, put on some contact information, and just, see exactly what's going on. But I haven't looked at any of the booths. I haven't looked at any of the stuff. So you guys watching and me, we're going to experience this all in real time. I've invited AJ to join me because we haven't hung out in a while and we need to really get our wrestling podcast game back on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you guys right now. And there we go. That's much better. You can see more of it. And we are going to explore Believe in Music. Now, you see right here, the live stream is either down or is ended. So let's go ahead and reload that page and see if there's anything else going on. There we go. We got a live thing of some sort. So basically, when I first logged on to this today, this was essentially playing a live stream of some sort. It looks like it's just, they're trying to give you some sort of semblance of the NAMM show, trying to give you something to go on other than like, hey, it's a bunch of landing pages for websites, which is sadly what I'm feeling like this is going to end up being. Up at the top, we have our menu here: brands, products, featured, Believe TV, Gear TV, Artist TV, the full schedule, education and training, meet attendees, my event, help desk, giveaways, NAMM experiences, partners, group chats, speakers, and donate. All that stuff is, right down here too. So one of the things that I always feel like people don't know about NAMM is just the wealth of different seminars and speakers that are a part of the event. And a lot of that is under education and training. And well, interesting. It is not in my language. That's for one thing. So basically, we have a rundown of a bunch of different seminars, a bunch of different things that we can attend in order to, learn something, in order to get something more out of it. This seems like an interesting one. Social media in 2021. 5 ways your strategy must evolve. Now, Obviously, that already happened, but it says click to register and add it to your schedule. I'm just going to see what happens there. Okay. Maybe I'll be able to stream that later on. Let's see if there's some more stuff. Leland Sklar demonstrates his famous basses. That's kind of cool. You know, Leland's got tons of album credits to his name, so that's pretty cool. And it's right there, you know, over 2,000 albums. Let's see, anything else? Anything else? Yoga for all musicians. Interesting. 3 badass looping techniques you need to know. I don't know. I'm getting to the point with it where it's like, anytime I hear the phrase badass, I immediately think to myself, it's not. So I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Oh, this is interesting. Interview with Ryan Elder, the sound and music of Rick and Morty. That might be something interesting to look into later. So, hey, you never know. This is kind of cool. I actually know this guy. 5 steps into diversifying your music portfolio with Gabe Cabanda. Gabe is the owner of the Epic Proportion and booker of the Epic Proportions tour. We've met many times. We've hung out many times. He's a great singer-songwriter. Really cool guy, too. So I'm going to throw my support by him and see what exactly he wants to say there. But we've just reached like the halfway point of the day, and you can clearly see that this is full of stuff. This is not just your typical, like, I don't know. This isn't very typical of virtual events. This feels like a very hefty schedule. Now, I see this and I'm like, oh no, TikTok. But I want to try this year to understand why TikTok. Because after Rick Beato did that video where he was saying how, like, TikTok is what so many of these, so many record labels are looking to in terms of, you know, future artists, I just don't get that. Like, what does TikTok really tell you? So I want to try to understand it a little bit more. So that's one thing. Igniting a music career post-COVID. I'm not really sure what exactly that's going to get into, but, you know, you never know. So, honestly, this is pretty par for the course with NAMM. Interestingly, they're not doing anything on Saturday and Sunday, which I find really interesting. I would have expected to see something on the weekend, but hey, what are you gonna do? So there's definitely something to get out of it if you're not, like, the gear stuff just doesn't seem to be really floating your boat. If you don't feel like, you know, if you don't feel like it's really doing all that much for you, there are ways that you can get something out of this. Hopefully some of these are going to be, let's go ahead and click on this one. And it looks like, perfect. It's there on a stream for you. Play it on demand, which is pretty awesome, I think. Let's go ahead and check out the speakers tab. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. So it looks like this is people who are speaking and who will be interesting. People giving seminars, people speaking. These are people who are currently online. So I guess there is maybe a way for you to connect with people, which might be interesting. But I will just have to, I'll just have to see how it works out for me. You know, I'm not really sure. I don't plan on spending a whole lot of time with this weekend, so we'll just have to go with it and wait and see. Our partners, seems like a bunch of sponsorship stuff. There's some giveaways, which is pretty interesting. Win a Jamstick Studio MIDI guitar. Oh, okay, that's cool. I might look into that. It looks like you can win a Nancy Wilson's new Epiphone, maybe win the new Kirk Douglas SG, win a Mesa Boogie Badlander 50 combo. Gibson's doing some pretty awesome giveaways with their brands, which is cool to see. Pretty cool to see. Custom microphone from Shure, that might be fun to do. Some pedals that you can win. Rev's doing something. I might enter this D20 giveaway. Maybe. I haven't decided. I love this hockey jersey. It's just the coolest thing. So yeah, register and you can go ahead and maybe, oh, I'm probably going to enter this one. I'm almost certainly going to enter this one. Oh, and hey, you can win a Big Joe Li2 battery, which I actually have one of right here. It's great. I love it. So go try to win one. That's a lot of giveaways, man. I'm surprised. There's really, really cool giveaways on this. Hey, Roy, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Mickey Settlemeyer is here. Hey, Mickey, how you doing, buddy? Thanks so much for joining in, guys. Really appreciate this. So yeah, I mean, guys, I'm not even down at the bottom yet. There are a ton more giveaways, and looks like you can win some sort of Supro D'Angelico Pigtronics package. We got the Windmiller, Acklam's new pedal effect. Oh, interesting. I don't know, man. I might enter some of these. Ooh, a Dr. Robert signed by Klaus Vormann. That would be cool. That would be really cool. There we go. All right. That was a whole lot of giveaways. So if you want to try to win some gear, maybe go register for Believe in Music Week. I think if you don't have to pay anything to register. You just do it. So that might be worth it if you're just like, I just want to win some cool gear. Why not? Why not? All right, now let's actually get into the reason that we all go to NAMM, which is the gear. So I'm looking here. I see BandLab. This is the first one that kind of catches my eye. Well, besides Avid, but many of you probably aren't recording nerds like I am. So BandLab is the company that owns, Harmony, Heritage, and they own Mono as well. Mono, yeah. So let's go ahead and check out what this virtual booth looks like. Got a little video, probably. It won't let me turn up the volume. So it looks like this is just kind of a little fluff piece to introduce you to the brands. So there you go. And there's all the brands they have. Teisco, that was the one I was forgetting. Interesting. K-Line released their 12 new pedals in the Classic series today on Amazon. Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm gonna have to go take a look at that. Have I seen the movie Backbeat? No, I have not seen the Backbeat. I have not seen Backbeat. So hopefully some other time. Soon-ish. I see that we're about to be invaded by someone here. Hopefully he's there. We've got a swirling circle. AJ is going to be joining us shortly. It doesn't look like his hey buddy, you might want to give everything a refresh because it doesn't look like anything's showing up on my end, but I'll give you some time. So let's go ahead and see what these virtual booths look like. There's a little bit of info for us on everything. Got some contact information. Some of the products coming out, some of the brands. So let's see. So right now, basically, we've just been introduced to this landing page. And it's hosting a YouTube video. So I'm not really sure exactly what I missed. Seems like I missed something. I don't know. I missed something. But I don't know. It's this is all on Monday. This is all on Monday. Now this is interesting. Meet the team. This is a new one. This is a new one. But I like it. I think it's a good thing. This should be a very interesting asset for someone like myself who's trying to start something and is trying to get in touch with people and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think that's a surprising development. I'll say that much. Looks like AJ's camera is working, but I do not see him. So once I see him, we will bring him on and talk. Roy saying, I bought the mellow drive and the enchanted tone. Or is it the enchanted tone? It's probably the enchanted tone. I'm going to have to take a look at that. I am friends with a guy on Facebook who works for K-Line, so I'm going to have to talk to him about that stuff. Terry's asking, have I seen the new Batman Heart of the Dragon movie? No, I have not seen it. Is it one of the DC animated movies? It seems like that's what it would be. Hold on, let's see if AJ's around. Hey, there you are.
And week for technology from you, man. I had to learn my computer fell off the other day.
Your computer fell off the desk the other day?
Yeah. I plugged it in my elbow.
Oh.
When I plugged it, it just went. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go change it, exchange. I'm gonna go repair it. Well, in the middle of no repair agencies are. So everything's a little slow for me right now. Probably I just get to my internet and my Ethernet directly to the thing just to work faster. But these old computers, when they get started, they find.
Yeah. Well, you do sound a little.
At least 10 minutes.
Oh, dang. Well, you do sound a little underwater, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I can still understand you.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's like I can't buy it like this. I'm gonna have to buy the bullet and just buy a new one because I can't even fit. I've already called so many repair agencies. They're just like nothing's open.
Dang. And you just got that one too.
Like 5 months ago, 6 months ago.
Yeah. You've had it like at most 6 months.
Since September or August.
Yeah. Damn. Hey, Laz is asking for a great question. I'm now grocery shopping, can't hear anything. Any advice on bourbons? Is Woodford Reserve any good? Woodford Reserve is okay. I don't know. Are you a bourbon drinker?
Tequila drinker.
You're a tequila man.
Yeah.
All
tequila
right.
And beer, strictly, but definitely I can do bourbon. I can definitely do bourbon. It's not bad. It's just I do like the little kick to give it.
Yeah. I'm not much of a bourbon guy. I'm more of a Scotch guy, Laz, but, those are fairly close to each other. Woodford Reserve is okay as a bourbon. I've gotten it before. I like it. I mean, I always say it just depends on what you're using the booze for. Are you drinking it or are you cooking with it? And you should never buy anything that you wouldn't to cook with that you wouldn't drink yourself. But it's always a crapshoot. Interesting.
I
All right.
myself ever.
All right, man. So I've been checking this thing out, trying to get an idea of you know, whether or not this virtual NAMM thing is actually really worth it. Trying to get things figured out, and it's really interesting that I'm looking at this, and immediately what I'm thinking is like, basically, this is a giant NAMM website that hosts everything, but it's a very specific platform to try to, I don't know, maybe entice you.
What E3 was doing.
Yeah. It just seems really like, looking at it right now, like I'm just going to go to the Harmony one and see if there's anything else here. It doesn't really appear like there's anything. Yeah, there's nothing on here. So it's like the Band Lab page is much more, you know, whoa. Wow, that's way more brands than I thought Band Lab had. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, it just kind of seems like what we're going to be experiencing here is just a huge aggregate website of everything. And I'm not entirely certain. I'm going to go to the Boss one next. I'm not entirely certain what exactly we're going to be able to see. It's just very interesting. Because a lot of this news right here, it's like some of this is fairly old. And yeah, like these products were released several months ago. So I don't know. But let's at least click on one of these new products.
Lose me.
So this is a new pedal board that Boss is putting out. The BCB 1000. What I like about this is that it basically is like it's like a roll-on luggage.
Yeah.
And the board is kind of like a slanted pedal train.
Okay.
But you can take it out of the case and you have like space underneath in the this part to actually like put cables and maybe stick stuff under the pedal board. And then the pedal board actually has a has a little patch bay on the front of it, so that you can, just plug out to your amps at the front of the pedal board rather than at the sides. So I think that one's probably the cooler of the 3 pedal boards that they've put out right here, because most of the time these Boss pedal boards, I don't know anybody that really only uses Boss pedals anymore. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like, okay, that's fun, but I don't know anybody whose pedal board is exclusively Boss and uses those pedal boards. So I honestly took a look at it and it made me wonder, like, what's the point of doing these anymore? I don't know. Let's see. This was something they announced this week, and it's the WL30 XLR wireless system. So this is I believe this is a digital wireless mic system with a transmitter and a receiver. Uses AA batteries and can basically turn any microphone into a wireless microphone. 14 channels, scanning, and long transmission range. Huh. It seems like a lot of people are getting in on this. I'm not entirely certain, like, how big of a deal or if this is anything like really worth pursuing, because I have 2 of the Nux digital wireless things that are exactly like this, and they work great outside of an environment where so many people are trying to use the same exact thing.
Okay. I see what you mean.
Because I actually tried to use those Nux things at NAMM a couple years ago, and as soon as we started the first video, the guy who was helping me do the videos that year was basically saying, dude, we got to go back to the car. We got to go get the cables because it's clicking, it's popping, and you're like not even talking that loud. I was like, oh, man.
Wow.
Ugh, that's the worst. That is the worst. You want to check out Dean Guitars?
I can check them out.
Let's go ahead. All right. Now I don't really know how I feel about Dean Guitars. Are you a fan?
It depends. What you mean? It depends.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you on that. It's just
too bulky. Sometimes for me.
Okay. Yeah, I
Kind
can
of
see.
Too heavy.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Almost as heavy as a Schecter, maybe a little bit more. But I don't know. I always feel the body is like not to my liking. It was, I mean, the Dimebag one too, whatever. That's cool, but
Yeah.
I didn't like the fretboard because it was too freaking small. It's like I did a. I was like, wow, that was it.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, for real. So this is probably the most excessive thing that I've seen them put out. It is a multi-scale 7-string ML with a Kaler. Like, you know how you were just saying like how these guitars seem like they're just so bulky and so heavy. When I look at this screams to me bulky and heavy. Exactly what you just said.
Like heavy, so it'll be like this at all times.
Yeah.
Classical mode at all times, but sometimes you just want to pick it up and you say, oh, dude, and then you drop it and Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. It's
it's a left.
Let's see what else we got here. This looks like it would be a pretty standard kind of guitar. Nothing too fancy. The Exile Fluence Floyd. So we basically have like a Super Strat with Fishman Fluence pickups. We got a Floyd Rose. Looks like it's a matte black finish. That looks like a pretty sleek shredder right there. I think that'd be all right.
Ooh, Floyd Rose too.
Let's see. Are there any specs for us? Alder body, Fishman Fluence modern, push pull tone knob, 1000 series Floyd Rose trim, black satin finish, 3-piece maple neck, 24 frets. So it's your typical run of the mill kind of Super Strat. So nothing particularly amazing. I do think that this orange finish is rather striking on this very old school looking headstock. This looks like something straight out of like the late 70s and the early 80s rather than just like your top of the pops 80s shred stuff.
Definitely.
Man, look at that blue. That is just wow. That's shocking blue. Even though they call it vintage blue. How interesting. Oh, we lost AJ, guys.
Oh, I'm here.
There you are.
I was looking at it. I was trying to read it. It says MD24. Roasted maple.
Simon DePaulo is saying the slow internet connection, you're sounding like Mr. Oizo track. Something off Lamb's Anger. I don't.
I'll be right back. Let me switch to the phone.
All right, sounds good. All right, guys. Well, while he takes care of that, let's go ahead and move on. Looking at stuff, I don't know. Some of these Dean offerings are. Dean feels like a company right now where there is so much that they can be doing. They're trying to figure out where their place in the market is, because for a while, several years ago, a little more than a decade ago, these guys were just everywhere, and it seemed like they couldn't do any wrong. But lately, I haven't felt like I'm seeing all that many people care about what they're doing. So some of these guitars will probably find a place. They'll probably find a market. Obviously, we hope people succeed, especially right now. We don't want to see anybody out of work and out of a job. So, more power to them. Hope they do well. ESP is always one that I like checking out. This is one of my... Usually whenever I do NAMM videos, the ESP walkthrough is always something that I tend to enjoy doing, because I don't go in like trying to meet people. I just go in trying to take a look at some of the cool stuff that I want to see. And so we have some new guitars to look at, such as this beautiful LTD EC1000 CTM see-through black cherry. That is sharp looking. I do like that finish. That looks really good. Looks really nice. Let's see. Let's check out this Evertune TE1000. So it's a Tele style with an Evertune bridge. So for those of you who like to chug but want something a little bit more old school look, and it looks like it's even got the arm bevel like you would see on a Strat. That looks pretty cool. Let's see, EMG 60 and 81 pickups. Not bad. I like that. ESP USA semi-hollow Eclipse. I think that sound hole is always it's pretty cool. I remember many years ago they had a silver sparkle Eclipse with a semi-hollow and that quote-unquote F-hole. Suppose we could call it the slash hole, because that's what it looks like. But I remember seeing that and thinking like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I quite like that. It's kind of cool to see ESP like diversifying themselves a little bit. And by diversifying themselves, I mean for years, ESP as a brand, not LTD or anything like that, was so inaccessible outside of Japan. The guitars were super expensive, and very rarely did ESP branded guitars get carried by quote-unquote ESP dealers. You were mostly seeing LTD. Now they have E2, they have ESP USA. So you're seeing that the ESP brand rather than the LTD brand is starting to get out there a little bit more. And I think that's a pretty cool thing. Let's see. Terry says, last year I heard from a Dean rep was they were trying to go back to their roots. That's a pretty good idea, I think, considering that's what a lot of us are doing anyway when it comes to certain things. But I think if they really want to go back to their roots, they should just get Dean Zielinski back. That's probably the best way. Let's check out the Gibson Brands booth. And we all know what the big news for Gibson this year was the acquisition of Mesa Boogie, which, hey, that's great and all, and I totally see that being something that people are quite divided on. This video is kind of cool, just seeing people making the guitars. When you see stuff like this, you can't help but wonder, like, what the heck, man? Like, why would people... Oh, that looks awesome. Blake from the Tone Mob is always talking about that Emily Wolf Sheraton, but it does look cool. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to check these guys out is obviously as a Gibson player, I want to see all these things. But I just feel like we haven't seen everything from them. So I'm hoping that throughout the weekend, we'll start to see a little bit more of some of the newer stuff from all the Gibson brands. They did announce the Kirk Douglas from the Roots Signature SG, which I think looks sharp as heck. Then the Snake Sabo Beretta, which I saw the prototype of last year. That's awesome. Giving Nancy Wilson a signature guitar. Obviously, like, Heart is Heart, and Heart is great. But in terms of, like, the, you know, where they are now, it's kind of like people have joked about Kramer getting Tracy Guns and Snake Sabo signature models, and it's like, oh, great, guitar players from back in the day who haven't been relevant for a long time. You could argue the same about Heart, just because, you know, they haven't done a whole lot in the recent past. They've done tours, and they're still very good. But yeah, like, I think this looks sharp as heck. Got some more stuff. I still need to get me an Epiphone Prophecy Les Paul, which I am all into. And now we're just starting to get into, let's see, Gibson Artist Collection, the Slash Collection. Slash only needs one guitar, Gibson. He doesn't need that many. There you are. Can you hear me?
Yo, can you hear me better? Yeah.
Yeah, much better. Cool.
Yeah, a phone can do better shit than a laptop from like a few years ago. It's crazy.
Oh boy. So yeah, man, just checking out the Gibson stuff, trying to see if I can glean anything. It looks like they held on to KRK, which I suppose is cool.
Oh, if you like muddy fucking... No, I'm playing. Don't you know what KRK is?
I mean, hey, I've never had KRK speakers for anything, so I don't know how good they are.
I've used them a few times. They were like honky ended.
Okay. So they got sort of something that I've noticed a lot of other cheaper monitors suffer from, is that they have a honky mid-range.
Oh, that mid-range is muddy as fuck.
Ew.
But if you know how to work around it, then you're good, but
yeah,
still muddy.
Yeah. How are you feeling about Mesa Boogie getting acquired by them?
I have no idea what's going on there.
Yeah,
no
man.
idea.
Mesa Boogie is now technically a Gibson brand.
So what happened to the Gibson amps?
I mean, they haven't been around for a while, so one of the things that I've speculated is that it could very well lead to like a reintroduction of Gibson amps.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that if they still have the division, like the department might be opening back up? That's what I think.
Yeah, maybe. I think, if anything, what I said about it is we'll probably see a reissue of like certain older Gibson amps, like maybe little tiny combos and some vintage styled stuff. But we'll still... What? That was great.
That's how I feel.
That was great. I liked that. But I still, you know, Boogie is still going to exist, so I don't think we need to necessarily worry about that. But I kind of feel like we're not seeing everything here. I think that we're still gonna... Yeah, I think that we're still gonna see quite a few things over the course of this... over the course of these next few days. We might be seeing a few more announcements, because in that video, it's like seeing the Emily Wolf signature Sheraton. It's like it's not listed on this site at all. You know, it's just, but it says like coming March 2021. So, you know, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Let's see. Anyway, that's that. We're not going to talk about Gibson and Gene Simmons. I don't necessarily feel like I need to.
Gene
that
Simmons.
that tells you how I feel about it. I'm allergic to talking about Gene Simmons. All right, let's check out some Ibanez stuff. This feels like, dude, this feels like Ibanez's year in a way. They've just pretty much gone and killed it, it seems, in terms of some of their new releases. I know this is the one that totally caught me by surprise, and that our buddy Albus Band Aaron kind of called the Josh Smith signature Ibanez AZS. But this thing is sharp. I really like this. I'm surprised I like it as much as I do.
Is it like their first kind of telecopy?
Yeah, I don't think it's their first kind of telecopy. A lot of people seem to think that the Tallmans were their first telecopy, and I think I think I get that. Mostly just because some of the original Tallmans did have tele pickup layouts, but I wouldn't call the Tallmans tellies personally.
Tellies. This one has more of the feel of the look.
Yeah, definitely. And I watched Josh's announcement video of it, and then he did a live stream about it immediately after, and he was just saying how this was they're actually putting out. Oh, here we go. Let's get to this document. See, this is one good thing that, oh no, it's something I'm going to have to download. Never mind. I don't want to do that.
Damn it.
Well, it's like, oh, here we go. Come on. There we go. Something I can view on the web. There we go. Perfect. All right, hold on one sec. I'm going to go ahead and
do it up.
I have to share a different tab.
I just pushed the wrong button.
I have to share a different tab. There we go. All right. There we go. Dude, this little mini jewel blue Paul Gilbert, I'm so into that.
Yeah.
I am so into that. Oh,
like fucking old school basketball shoes.
Yeah, totally. We got 7-string AZs this year with dual humbucker and hum single. I like the HSS one more than the dual humbucker.
Oh, yeah.
Got some more new AZs, RGs, yada, yada, yada. RGs are always there. Come on, I want the wow, this is kind of cool with the bevel in one color. Come on, where are you? I want to see the real reason I'm here. You know, maybe I need to find a different document, as it were. You know what?
Yeah.
I suppose we're gonna have to go to the full line catalog. Here we go. All right, I think I found the screen that we should be looking at.
Full line.
Here we go. Starting with Steve Vai. Gonna scroll down. I actually like Monkey's new signatures with the carved top models. I think those are real sharp.
But Dad said he was gonna take me later. Yeah, he said he was gonna come early. Yeah, look at those.
Yeah, man. Come on. Where is it? I feel like this is missing stuff. Yeah, I don't feel like this is everything. I think they
like
lied.
They had that. like they have that one wall when you go to NAMM, and it's just the expensive wall of Ibanez.
Yeah, exactly. They lied to us, man. They lied. Ibanez, you lied to me.
I know you're holding stuff back. They're probably holding it back for a while, for like release it out, trickle it down later on to the year.
Probably.
Because there's no reason for them. I mean, I don't know. There probably is a reason for them to release something expensive, but damn.
Yeah. Because it's
I guess during the pandemic and all this shit, they just want to like trickle it out. I don't know. Wait for the next stimulus checks to roll out, and then they'll fucking put it out. What were you gonna say?
It's just they've got so many things right here, like new Martin Miller model, the Laurie Basilio model. You know, it's like hers is like a purple super telly. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, come on, where's all that stuff? But hey, what are you gonna do?
I like that.
And then it's like the John Gomm signature model and all that stuff. There's so many things that they have that aren't in that catalog. That's there. Let's go to this one. So that Josh Smith model is part of like a new AZ line, so to speak. And these ones are going to have, looks like a mini humbucker in the neck. Bridge pickup is like a telly, but these ones have whammy bars on them, which I think is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's still got a bridge pickup plate, but it's also got a whammy bar, which is, I already told the guy that I know who works for Ibanez in Europe and was like, bro, tell your American counterparts to hit me up, because that is just that is cool. Let's see if we got anything at Marshall.
Marshall. I'm sponsored by Marshall. You ever see that Pantera home movies? Phil's just saying Marshall over and over.
Oh man, doesn't look like anything is new really. It all looks kind of like the same stuff. Yeah, understand the student demonstrating the origin. Yeah, nothing about this seems nothing about this seems like there's anything to really talk about. It's like, we are Marshall. Okay, so what's new? This kind of
Marshall.
This kind of yeah. This kind of brings me to something that I've always felt a little bit strongly about NAMM about. And it's like, when companies go to the effort to like, when companies go to the effort to be a part of this stuff, I just don't really understand why they don't try to refresh their offerings every year.
I know why. Well, I think like sometimes it's like has to do with productivity and everything. Like sometimes something is just not ready, and they'll just kind of do like a, hey, this is what we've done in the past 25 years line. I didn't really see that last year. I don't even remember what booth it was, but I was like, I don't see anything. It looked like there was nothing new here.
Yeah,
and I can't really remember where it was. Yeah, I saw so many booths, but yeah, I can tell that. I mean, going into camera worlds and stuff, like a bunch of camera companies do that every year too. Like they'll just say, "Hey, this is what we've done the past like 25 years, and we got something new coming out very soon." But I mean, Marshall didn't even say they got nothing new coming out. They just looked like it just said, "Here's our website."
Yeah, I just feel like for certain, especially the legacy companies, because I think we can basically classify Marshall as a legacy company now. You know, it's you have to. So many of the larger companies, their booths are the same every single year without refreshing it. And I feel like in order for legacy companies to stay relevant, they need to consider their offerings every year. Even if there's nothing new, they need to think about more exciting ways of showing off their older products. It's like there was an event on the Marshall page about the JVM. And it's like, dude, the JVM amps are over 5 years old. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah.
But this I care about. dude, PRS
Mm.
just killing it this year. So many cool SE models and whatnot. And this one, man, I swear I saw this the first time and was just like, buddy, this looks hot. And then
Ooh.
listening to it, it's just like, oh man. Because a lot of people were thinking like this is just gonna be their super strat, and it's like, oh no, this isn't just like let's take the Silver Sky and put a humbucker in the bridge. This is something in and of itself entirely, and I like it a lot. Let's see if I can get some more. Here we go. It just seems like there's going to be so many sounds that you can get out of this guitar. And like you're going to want to play it all the time. Cuz I'm looking at it right now and I'm like, I want to play this now.
Yeah, no kidding. I just heard a cat die.
Oh man.
That's how PRS is gonna say. It can make all kinds of noises.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Nick
I
M
want that
saying
screeching.
Nick M saying it's got to be pretty hard to come up with something new every year. Yeah, it definitely is hard to come up with something new every year. But I think the thing for me is like, even if you can't come up with something new, at least have a new idea of how to present the things that are old. And I think that's ultimately the issue that I'm having with some of the legacy companies where they don't have new product every year. It's just like, let's figure out ways that you can make the old stuff seem cool again. I don't know. Let's see. This is a presentation they're going to be giving tomorrow, which I may have already seen because PRS announced all their stuff last week on a live stream of their own, which I did watch, and I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. Reverb's got a booth. I'm not really sure what the point is of that. Sweetwater's got a booth. I'm not really entirely sure what the point of that is. Yamaha Guitars. Let's take a look at Yamaha Guitars. It's been a while.
Got a booth?
Yeah, they do. Sweetwater has a booth.
Well, a page.
Yeah, a page. Yeah. Let's call it this what it really is. It's a page. It's not a booth.
Yeah.
Let's see. Looks like some performances. That's this video and something. No idea. It doesn't even seem like. Come on. There we go. Pacificas. So they introduced two new Pacifica models, which are basically Yamaha's, super strat deal. And I don't know, man. I have a fond place in my heart for the Pacificas because I played a Pacifica very early on when I was getting my feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like the resurgence of this model has been really something cool to see, that Yamaha's actually paying attention to it again, rather than just treating it like their, budget guitar line that nobody cares about.
Yeah, I understand that. I like them. I like to jam on them. They're
Seymour
sweet.
Duncan pickups, Graphtec Tusk nut, Wilkinson trem, Grover locking tuners. This is kind of like everything you would want in a reasonably priced guitar. Locking tuners, solid whammy bar, good pickups. It's a lot of guitar for the money.
Damn.
A lot of guitar for the money. But other than that, I just don't really see anything else. They did announce, they gave Peter Hook from New Order and Joy Division a signature bass, which is this guy right here, which is cool. He's cool. I love the bands that he's been in. And again, this seems real handy right here for anybody like wanting to do something. Like, here is your contact information for all these team members. So Michael Garrett, you are marketing manager for guitars. You can expect to hear from me soon. And you guys are local to me, so let's just get this thing going, guys. Let's make this happen.
He wants a Pacifico.
Okay, so it looks like there's a ton more booths to go through. I'm not gonna bore everybody by going to every single one that I would be interested in, because essentially the experience is gonna be the same. Oh, hey, look, Alhambra Guitars. We know who they are.
Oh yeah.
But it's basically looking like it's gonna be kind of the same thing. Just a big old landing page, probably with some good contact information. So I'll probably spend a day going through all this and writing down all the people that I should probably be considering emailing, which I will say is a very, very handy thing. It leads to a lot of legwork that I'm not going to have to worry about.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that. Let's see who we got right here. Yeah. Okay. Just looking. I know these guys. I know the guys at Rev already. I don't really need their contact information. I just wanted to see. Just
touching base real quick.
Just touching base real quick. Let's go back up to all the way to the top and let's see. What is Believe TV?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it looks like we're on a session right now. What would be playing right now at I don't know what would be playing right now. So basically, more education stuff, Gear TV. This is probably all related to the Come on. All right, well, I guess nothing's happening. It's going to whatever. Yeah, I know. The Worship Musician Chapel, sponsored by Allen and Heath. So I'm assuming this is going to be something with, let's see, Worship Musician Allen Heath and LR Baggs to present Integrity Music artist Lincoln Brewster in this exclusive performance and message.
I'm here.
It is so awesome to me to think that this guy plays in church and you just look at that hair. I just think it's funny. That is so funny. That is so funny. I don't know, man. Whoa, guys, AJ's
something
dying.
About Mary. Yeah, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is something about Mary hair. When I see people slick them. Oh god! I started laughing when I saw his hair, and I was taking a hit. Killed me.
Damn,
that hair was ridiculous.
Don't take hits and laugh.
Don't take hits and laugh, and while SPJ is trying to show you weird ass hair.
Yeah.
And on church people. So this guy go to church. Look at his hair. Whoop.
Yeah, right. Man, so, having gone through as much of virtual NAMM as I can handle to do in an hour and 10 minutes, the question on this video title is, was virtual NAMM really worth it? I'm going to go ahead and sum it up like this. Virtual NAMM is exactly what I expected it to be. It's exactly what I anticipated it being, for good and for bad. I knew it was probably going to be just a giant aggregate website where people were basically just going to be going on web pages that highlight brands and their offerings, and it probably wasn't going to be that easy to find the stuff that I really wanted to look for.
Yeah.
I knew that they would do I knew that they would do stuff like seminars. I knew that they would do stuff like performances, because you just can't have it be, you can't have it be a website. You can't have it be just a website. It has to be more. And so, although I can't say that, God forbid that next January, this is what we have to deal with. That's something that I'm going to say about it. If this is the way that NAMM has to be until like we're out of pandemic status, I am almost assuredly going to pass completely next year.
Jeez.
The only thing that I could imagine myself, this is the one bonus that I actually like about this particular format, is they actually have everybody's contact ability, or everybody that is a part of the team is technically should be easy to contact. They're all right there. You have a picture of them. You have a, their position with the company. And I'm certain and I didn't click on anybody's profile specifically so that you weren't seeing their contact information. That's, I didn't want that to be made public, because I don't want any of you guys telling them that you got their information from me and ruining my chances.
There you go.
Just saying, But, yeah, it's man, I don't know. If this is the strategy moving forward, they're going to have to do a lot of work to it before. You got to give them a lot of credit, because they really only did this in 6 months.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they could have done they didn't do live rollouts or anything.
They are, but they're scheduled at certain points during the day. So it's not like a continuous 24. It's this one's at 9:30 a.m. Then the next, that might last 8 to 15 minutes. Then the next one's scheduled for 10. There's not a whole lot of, if they're gonna have to do it again like this next year, and obviously I hope that they don't have to. But if they're going to have to do it like this again next year, they're going to have to come up with a way to make the TV portion of things be a lot more like a normal television channel, and that the programming is going constant, and somebody is is queuing up different pieces of content in order to be able to roll out. But at the same time, with so much of the content being on demand anyway, and to something to Laz's point, did you guys check out the new stuff on PRS's website booth? Yes, Laz, as a matter of fact, we did look at their virtual booth. But to that point, PRS announced all their new stuff last week on their own proprietary live stream. So it almost begs the question, in a virtual form, is NAMM even worth it? And in my estimation, it's not. This is, to me, when I think of NAMM, yeah, the gear is one thing, but it's so much a lot like Laz is bringing up. I'm missing pizza at Sean's house, that's for sure.
Yeah, seriously.
Him, JJ, Ben, and Aaron all came over the Monday after NAMM, and we just hung out. We played a bunch of pedals. We played a bunch of guitars. We got pizza. We ate, drank, and we're merry. And it was a good time, and it was good hangs. This time last year, we were in the was it the Marriott or the Hilton that we were?
I was drunk.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So we're in both of them.
Yeah, we were in both of them.
Yeah.
Well, at least you weren't drunk enough to try to pour beer down my mouth. And it's like, no, I don't want any of your NAMM thrax.
Who did that?
Dude, Aaron did that to me. He tried to
Oh God!
pour a beer down my mouth, and I'm like, not this weekend.
God
Ugh.
damn it! He's such a funny guy.
Yeah. He is.
See, and we would have this time. I wanted to do this time around NAMM is rent out a room and fucking jam in it, and have all the buddies go there and fucking just party and pizza and beer and just one day after NAMM or maybe like the day before NAMM. I don't know, one of those days.
Right.
Because NAMM gets so fucking like you don't want to get away from the goddamn Marriott after NAMM's over.
No.
Because that's where the party's at, or the Hilton, one of those. But
you know,
they want to do something like that.
It's so weird over the last couple of years because even as the channel grows, which by the way, people, thank you so much for tuning in and dealing with everything that we're trying to do right here and just listening to us like BS about this stuff. Because it's a lot. It is a lot of fun to get to hang out with people digitally. It's not as good as in person, but it helps. But it's like I've had so many different ideas of like how I want to approach the NAMM show, and one of them was to get a room at one of the hotels really close to the convention center and set up shop there, so that I'd basically be inviting reps from companies to the room to do videos in. It'd be isolated. We wouldn't have to worry too much about all the extraneous noise. We'd just be in a hotel room. But the prices of those hotels that weekend just skyrocket through the roof. Skyrocket through the roof. It is just, it is the worst. So, and they get booked up months in advance. So every time, and it always happens at a time where I have no funds to be able to afford it.
Yeah. I mean, everything skyrockets around NAMM, and even the flights that got ridiculous the day before and the day or the day of NAMM and the last day of NAMM, so the next day as well. So that's why I flew in the day before, and then I flew out like 2 days later or a day later because it was way cheaper than just flying with everybody in one fucking thing. But yeah, it was crazy shit.
I gotta hand it to a lot of the European guys that I met at NAMM over the years, because talking to a few of them 2 years ago and last year, they were all on Sunday trying to get out of the convention center as quickly as possible because their flights home were Sunday night. And I don't know how they do it. I really don't.
That's a lot. So they were okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a flight.
It's insane.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it either. And I talked to a lot of them last time, and they were like, "Oh, there was one guy from like Australia, and he was just like, yeah, it took me like 17 hours." I was like, Jesus Christ, it's like a whole day right there. It's like just on a flying bus with a bathroom.
Flying bus with a bathroom. I like that.
That's
fun.
Well, that's what Southwest reminds me of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like little seats here and there.
Jeez.
Man. Anyways, yeah, that should happen.
Yeah.
I can't wait till next time. If this shit happens next year, then we're definitely just gonna move down to Texas because no shit's open here.
Yeah, for real. We'll see about that. And it's like I was actually listening to The Undertaker was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
I saw parts of that.
I started listening to it the other day, and they were talking about all the Californians moving to Texas, and Joe Rogan's like, "Yeah, how can we not mess this up?"
By moving to Texas, yeah, that's
yeah.
funny.
I don't know, man. we'll see what happens, but if it doesn't get any better here in California, we'll probably see Summer NAMM happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. This is still, gotta face it, people. This is only year 1 of the pandemic cycle. We'll see how things go. But I know if virtual NAMM has to happen next year, I think the companies are just going to be better off doing their own thing, hosting their own events, because they're going to be able to do something a lot more, how shall I put this? They're going to be able to do something a lot more impressive than just some sort of aggregate site hosting information.
Mm-hmm. Looked like a damn LinkedIn page over there.
Yeah. It kind of did feel like that way.
Yeah.
I will be editing my profile that I registered for this whole thing, just so that if I go and contact some people, I'll be able to, they'll have my information basically. But for the most part, outside of that, I'm just not terribly impressed.
I was not there. I had heard about virtual NAMM and through Alex, and he told me what it was. I was like, it's just a website. It's all right. I'll pass.
Yeah,
I was like, I could find the stuff they release on their websites.
Exactly.
Like in a day.
Exactly. You can. It's there. What are you gonna do? Well, man, I'm gonna call it then. My verdict my verdict on virtual NAMM. I
was like, hey, they tried.
Yeah, you gotta give them credit. You gotta give them credit where credit is due. They tried, and it works in certain things, and it doesn't work in other things. So that's all I'm gonna say. We are over the time that I was hoping to do for this whole thing tonight. So I'm gonna say goodnight to you all. Thank you so much for joining in for this very impromptu idea for SPJ Live, walking the virtual NAMM floor. If you tuned in for this whole spiel, thank you so much for watching the whole thing. If you liked it, give this video a thumbs up. If you want to leave me your thoughts on what you think of this whole virtual NAMM experience, go ahead and use the comment section below. And if you feel like watching any more videos, please click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That has been my buddy AJ Moore. I'm Sean Pierce Johnson. SPJ Live is done. You all watching out there, have a great night. I will see you next time. Don't forget, this Saturday, the Season 8 premiere of Stompbox Saturday, featuring the Mako R1 Reverb from Walrus Audio. I'll see you all next time, everybody. Take care.
Later.